strong American bomber force, scheduled to increase rapidly in strength, has now been established in Britain. And Hitler, for all his threats of reprisals, knows perfectly well that not only is the RAF growing more and more powerful, but more and more American bombs may be expected to arrive with those delivered by our own boys. Here are the first pictures released of the opening of the American air offensive based on the United Kingdom. Those crews on wheels are going to the briefing.
We've been doing a great deal of very hard work, and I know how eager everybody's been to get on an actual operation. It's here. We're going to work.
And it wasn't long before they were off to their objective in occupied France. A general went with them. Thrilling moments, the few minutes just before the takeoff for an operational flight. Good bombers, the American flying fortresses. Though we've all been familiar for a long time with that nickname of the B-17, we've naturally been more excited by our own new heavy bombers. But now the fortress, in its new, improved form, has got down to work over here. Its wings, like those of the Sterling and Lancaster, cast a menacing shadow over Hitler's hopes of winning. These shots, taken from a fortress on the way to the target area and over it, were made by a sergeant cameraman. He had a grand time getting new angles on the rest of his formation, and he had fun too recording the accuracy of the bombardiers later on. After the bombs have struck home, the smoke drifting away across the landscape carries with it one more enemy hope, the hope of hiding his industrial war effort out of harm's way. These American Army airmen had quite a lively passage at times. A good deal of flak came up, and at least one fortress was hit. Smoke's coming from the engine, but the plane got home safely, as did all the rest, in spite of flak and fighters. General Spaatz, CNC, 8th American Army Air Force, was at the station to welcome General Acre, who soon lit up what you might call a Churchill.
Today is the first time the American heavy bombers have been in action in this theater, manned by American crews and American squadrons. General Acre, commanding the Bomber Command, led this flight, and he may like to say a few words.
Yes, our target was a marshalling yard and a roundhouse for the repair of locomotives. A very large one and a very important one to the German effort.
And the interrogation officer had an interesting time while crews told him lurid details of their successful daylight raid.
Yes, we got a pretty good burst in our left wing, and looks like some shrapnel in our tail surface.
Nobody in the crew?
Horizontal tail. No one was injured.
Nobody hit. Well, as near as you could tell, did all the boys get into the target? Practically all the bombs hit somewhere on the target, and the main bunch of them hit right where they were supposed to.
Somebody had the right idea. Those bombs are certainly something to start with. The United States not only have every intention of giving the Hun plenty to go on with, in company with the RAF, they're going to continue handing out more than he can take.